And we are live. Okay, I don't know if, because I didn't tell anybody that I was even going to be doing this, so I really feel like it might just be you and me today. But we'll see
That's
if anybody
okay.
pops in,
Mhm.
because these are just kind of pop up, which is how I put it on on my YouTube. Um, view on YouTube. Okay, I like to put it on here. So yeah, continue to YouTube. Blah blah blah. Okay.
Mhm.
It's really weird when I click the link to actually watch to like open up the YouTube video, because it's always like delayed, and so I
That's
realize we'll be talking. But here's what's really weird: it's delayed for me, but I feel like it's not because we'll talk about something and I'll see comments coming in when people are there, like as we're
mhm.
discussing something. But yet when I look at it, it's always a little bit like behind, which is really weird.
That is weird. It's kind of
Yeah.
strange.
Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and okay, so you're going to be working on your historical
Hmm.
romance. So
Yeah.
how far into your historical romance are you?
I just started it, so this is actually the one that we did the last time we did a live that got deleted. So they've got about like 500 words for that one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's the one sprint we did.
Yeah, so I actually just reread it before this, and it was still good though. So like I kept it because I was like, oh, surprisingly not bad. So
It's surprisingly not bad. Oh,
yeah.
good. And look, there are people. It's amazing when you
Yay.
can actually schedule your live stream that there are people that will be here. So,
Yay.
hi, Kirsty. I'm so glad. I was
Hi.
really thinking I was about messaging you to let you know I was going live today, but I was also supposed to go live an hour ago. But I never scheduled it. So I'm technically not late per my schedule. I'm just late because I told Rachel we were doing this at 10 and I was asleep at 10 o'clock. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But I've napped and I don't have coffee, but I'm going to get, I have like an energy drink downstairs so I can get that. And I don't know how late we're going to go. I'm pretty much, I mean, I took a nap, so I'm
Yeah.
doing pretty well.
Ready to go.
Oh, we've got Lindsay. Hi. Oh,
Hi.
and then let's see. I got all my favorite people. My favorite ladies. Anyway, so okay, so you kept 500 words. Now, how
Mhm.
many did you write during our last sprint or last stream?
That was about it. Like that
That was
was
all of
all.
it. Okay, so you
Yeah.
kept them all.
Mhm.
I wrote a lot, and then I kept like what because we were talking the day that I was like kind of rereading it and editing it. I wrote
Mhm.
like a whole page of it. Like I wrote like a whole bunch. I think I probably had like 500 words, and I kept 3 lines.
Oh, out of it. That's
But I was also, a bottle of wine deep when by the time we
yeah.
finally wrote. So I think by the time we finally were like, let's start a sprint, it was like I drank like half the bottle.
Yeah, pretty much same. I was like, "Ooh," I didn't even remember any of the stuff I read or wrote, so I reread it. I'm like, okay, it's not too bad. I'll keep it.
Oh, don't feel bad. Okay, so Kirsty and I decided we were going to be doing a buddy read of this book. But yes, do you see it's in the background of on my desk? So I think of it of you every time I see Knife House and Truly Devious. I think of you. And when you're ready, we will do our buddy read. Right now, I am doing a buddy read with a friend of mine, and we are reading "Survive the Night" by Riley Sager.
I'll do if you do the Addie LaRue one, I'll do that with you because I haven't read that yet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yes.
need to
Yes.
read it.
So we will read. I mean, I've read it, but I do
Mhm.
need. I actually pulled it out when I was redoing my TBR card the other day because I feel like I need to reread Addie LaRue
Mhm.
um, because it's my favorite book always, and I feel like I need to read it again because I feel like it's the kind of story too that because I've read it already, like I already know what's going to happen, so maybe I won't have like the same emotional reaction. But I
Mhm.
also say that about this book, and I have probably read this book like probably I read this book for the first time when I was 15. It took me
Mhm.
5 days, and she's like, I
Oh,
mean,
that's a yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
that's a
big
thick.
book. It
She's
took me
thick,
5 days.
man.
I was a sophomore in high school. I bawled my freaking eyes out, and
Mhm.
then I still read this at least once every couple of years, and I still bawl my eyes out. Even though I know what's happening, I know
Yeah,
what's coming, I know
right.
what's going to happen afterwards. I still cry. So I feel like doing a reread of Addie LaRue the second time, I don't think I'm going to, I might not have as much of an emotional reaction, but I'm still going to, there will still be some tears.
Okay. So, I mean,
It's
it's
so
like watching a
ridiculous.
movie that you've seen, like Titanic or something. You got to cry at the end of Titanic. It doesn't matter how many times you've
Right.
seen it.
Or like A Star is Born. Like
Hmm. Oh
that's
God,
what
we
that's like
started on
what
that
I
one.
equate to that book too, because like even though storylines are totally different, the
Hmm.
emotional reaction that I had is like the emotional reaction was the same, and that's what I was looking for, was something that would give me that kind of reaction that I had to that movie. And I
Hmm.
had that with this book. So like literally all I have to do, I'm so ridiculous. I just have to hear like the song that she sings at the end of that movie,
Hmm.
and I will cry. Like I'm just thinking about the end of the movie and I'm about to
Yeah.
cry.
Oh, that movie
Um,
is too
and
much.
that's how I feel about like this book. Oh, so good. So whenever I'm ready. Like I'll
I'm
be ready.
ready. Yeah, I'm totally ready.
Okay, so yeah, don't feel bad because I love you, Kirsty. We will at the same point. September was rough. Yes, I feel like I don't know. This year has flown by. I feel like 2020 took so long
Hmm.
that it was like 3 years in one, and then 2021 has just been like, oh fuck, there's like 3 months left.
Yeah, it's October 1st today, so that's kind of insane.
I know, right?
Yeah, this year went by way fast.
Um. Anyways, so you're gonna be writing words in a historical book. I'm going to be writing. I'm still working on my. I don't know if it's a can. I can't think today. Oh my god, I'm so ridiculous. Okay, I'm still working on my Kindle story. I just don't know. Like I'm not as excited about Kindle anymore, like as I was
Mhm.
before, just because I've heard from so many people that started out on there and they're like pulling their books off of it.
Oh,
And I'm
really?
not, yeah. But I think it's also like you have to really push, just like with any, like if you're going to be
Mhm.
on Kindle Unlimited or you're going to be on another place to put your book, like you have to tell people that it exists, or it's because Kindle, like Amazon's doing nothing to like push or promote the books
Yeah, I
like
haven't seen any
all.
stories for the
Yeah.
villa at all.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, it's rough. So like
Yeah.
you can do it and you can be successful. So the way that like I talked to my friend Zara, and the way that like 'cause she's like way younger than me, but basically anything Zara does, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do that. Okay, that's a great idea. Hold on, let me take notes. Like her and Sarah are really good with this stuff. But she's pulling her book off of it. But the way we talked about it, because my book does come out in those different parts, is just put part one up and
Mhm.
then see how it does. And if
Right.
it doesn't have anybody reading it, if it's not doing well, I can just pull it and then keep releasing it on like, Patreon type thing, or just hold on to it and then publish it and just put it on Kindle Unlimited or something
Right.
like
Yeah.
that. And I did decide I'm not going to, whatever I do get it out there, I'm not going to use my normal pen name.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
I'm not going to use my real name, and I'm not. I can't. Damn it! I remembered what it was going to be. Now I can't remember. Oh, I think I was just going to do it under A Franklin.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah. So instead of
Yeah.
Amara Franklin, it's just going to be like A Franklin. Is what I
Mhm.
think I decided. That's what I think I decided I was going to do. Because it is different than like my normal.
Stuff that you write.
Right, exactly. And so like I
Mhm.
want to publish it, but I also don't want it to be under my normal pen name, I think.
Right. That makes sense. I've done that with other stuff. I had like 3 pen names at one time. So,
I think it's good. I think it's a good way to do it, especially when you have different ideas of like different,
mhm.
genres and stuff like that. I think it's good to
Right.
have. So I'm trying to share our stream. Oh, show that. That's weird. That was really weird. I don't know why that happened, Christy. I didn't show me your comment, and then I see it on here. So I can't put it on the screen, but Kirsty left a really good comment. For some reason, it's not showing here. It was like held for review or something. Oh, they made me review it because it talks about COVID. So I'll just read it. So Kirsty put on this one. We will 100% read both at some point. You do not suck. I love you. But yes, I agree. September was rough, I think, for me as well. And then she said, I burnt myself out at the start of September. My cat went missing slash got ill. Yeah, 'cause her cat went missing. It was so sad.
Mm.
And then I had my second COVID vaccine and got really ill. So did I. Like I slept. I mean, I didn't get ill. I just slept for like a day and a half, and then I was fine. Um, and then and then my dad rang an ambulance for my mom. So it's been really shitty. I'm so
Oh,
sorry,
that
Bear.
sounds
I love
rough. Yeah,
you. That
terrible.
is a really rough month.
Mm-hmm.
But October is her birthday month. So yay!
Yay, happy
Woo!
birthday.
I love
I love
you.
October. October's my favorite month. I love it.
And mine too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just love everything. Like the second it's like it's officially fall, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
my heart is so happy now.
Yep, same.
My heart is so happy. Um, yeah. So I need coffee, I think. Okay, anyways. Yes. So you're writing, I'm gonna write words. Why don't we go ahead and just jump into the first sprint and we'll go for 20 minutes. Let me pull up a timer. Because the last time I did one, someone was like, I don't see the timer. I'm like, that's because I never put them on here. Like,
Makes a
okay,
difference.
so that's a great idea though. Let's do the timer.
Mm-hmm.
So do 20 minutes. I just have to remember how I do what life. What is life? What is
Who knows?
share my screen window? That. There we go. Share.
Awesome.
Can we see it? We
I
can see it.
can see it on my
Oh,
screen.
it went away because I minimized it. Hold on. Where'd it go? Where's my okay? Are we back up? Okay. I just have to move it over here. Okay. There we go. All right, so we'll go ahead and sprint for 20 minutes. Yay.
All right.
I'm so good at live streams, you guys. So great at this. Okay, so that's time. I think it was going and I didn't notice it. How did you do?
Ah, gosh, hold on. Let me check my word count. He totally scared me, though. He startled me when it started. I'm like, oh, gosh. I don't know if anyone saw me jump, but I definitely did. Oh, man. Okay, let me check. Hold on one second here.
Yeah, I gotta find my word count. It's not going to be much. I know that. I'm really good at doing everything but writing during my scripts.
Really? Let's see here. 735.
135?
735.
Holy crap, girl. Oh my god. You're
Yeah.
amazing. I
Eee.
wrote 120.
Nice. Good job. You know?
Yay, that's fantastic. Okay, yeah, no. Do you remember when I talked to you the other day when I was like, I'm gonna do so many live streams on Friday. I want to go for 5,000 words.
Mm-hmm.
My first word this morning was 95. My second was 102, and this one's 120. So I don't think I'm gonna get to 5,000 words today.
Probably not. Probably not.
But what did I do? What the hell just happened? I'm all over the place. I don't know if you guys can see on my screen anymore because I seem to have. Oh, okay. Whew. I thought I like showed you guys my entire computer because I minimized the thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do I?
Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah.
There we go. I found a sweater because I was cold.
Mm-hmm.
I made tea. I shared. I mean, I had to do, I had to do the things. I had to share the fact that we were live on Instagram, which then led me to, talk to my best friend on Instagram.
Right, naturally.
Yeah, so I did, I did the admin stuff, shared the stream because you got to do that. And then I basically just did whatever I could to not write. I hate beginnings, like I'm really awful at the beginning. And I'm reading this and I'm like, I fucking hate every word, every single word. Delete is so close. It is so close right there. Like it's already highlighted because I had to see how many words I wrote, so I could just hit a button and make them go away.
So I got some writing advice kind of recently from somebody, and they hate beginnings too. So what they do when they start writing is they start on like the second chapter, and then write everything from then, and just don't write the first chapter or anything like that. And then once the book is done, they go back and write the first chapter because they already know where it's going to go and everything like that. So that's how they get through the beginnings because they hate starting and everything like that. So
that's actually a really cool idea.
It might help for you since you hate writing beginnings. I hate writing beginnings too.
I fucking hate them. I just
Yeah.
And it's just, and I understand like a first draft is always rough. Like
Terrible.
that's why it is, and that's why you do editing and you go back. Like even just like that first like kind of not what's it called, the prologue part, which is like the first letter. The first one that we wrote during our wine and write was just garbage. I threw it away. I wrote something better. I was like, okay, this is good. And then even then I go back through and I tweak a little bit and I change a little bit. And now I'm pretty, like there's still a few things that I think I want to change on it, but I'm pretty happy with it. So I know that like all I need to do is just write this and just get through it.
Get it out, yeah.
Write crappy crap. And then I can go back and change it later because I just think I need to get like that rhythm. And I think one of the problems too is that I'm not consistently writing this story.
Right.
Remember when I said I wanted to have this on Kindle Fella in November?
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's clearly not happening. I mean, I don't even think I'm going to be able to hit my second goal, which was January, but also maybe I can if I actually sit down and write consistently. But literally, like I'm so busy. But yeah, I just want to like get through. I think if I can just get through like this first chapter, then it'll be better. And so, how far into like your whole project are you now?
For this one, the one that I'm just writing, like working on right now. I'm still like in the intro area, so I'm still kind of introducing everything. So yeah, the first chapter, which is terrible, but I gotta get it. It's garbage and I hate it, but it's like I'll still just gotta get it out. I'm definitely.
I think we should just like I think we as writers need a shirt that just says it's garbage. I hate it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So like a picture of like I don't know like a
Right.
Like, I don't know if you can see my background. No, you can't. Like, if you have like a typewriter or something and it just says,
Mhm.
it's garbage. I hate it.
Right, exactly. It's true. It's totally true. It's awful. But you know, I'm definitely the way I write is I get it I just write and I don't go back unless just to read because I forgot what I wrote. But I don't edit it all while I'm writing and I just get it done and then I go back and I
Yeah.
edit it because otherwise I'll just sit there and just not do anything because I'm like, how do I make this better? Like I don't understand. And then I'll just rewrite it after it's done. So
Yeah. That's a better way to do it. Like,
yeah.
because if I allow myself to edit
Hmm.
while writing, I'll never, I mean, I still haven't really finished anything other than The Trophy Wife, but like, even then, I only allowed myself one edit, like initially, and that was just because I was allowing myself to write the script the way that I do my novels, which is where like I have a basic outline or like idea, but then I'm just like, I'm gonna go off on tangents, you know?
Right, right.
And that does not work for that kind of project. Like you have to be super structured. So
Mhm,
I had just a bunch of pages that and just whole things that I had to rip out of it. And so I allowed myself to do that one time. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to write it and then edit afterwards. And it was a
mhm,
lot easier to get through it at that point. But for the most part, I just have to let myself just be crappy
mhm.
and just like not just not read them.
Right, just do it, yep.
Just
Just
close
write.
my eyes and write and see what comes out.
Right, exactly. So
Let's see. Okay, so we've got some comments. So Kirsty's here. So, okay, we know it's your, oh, this one is one I was on. Thank you. I'm 25 on the 9th. Okay, I love you, Kirsty, but I'm going to slap you, okay? 25 and you're having a crisis about it. I mean, granted, I said the same thing when I was turning 25. I was like, I'm like a quarter-year-old. I'm going to die soon.
yeah, I totally freaked out at 25 too. So,
Like 25 was rough. Like 25 was rough. 30,
mhm.
I didn't really mind 30. You, I think, were there for my meltdown over turning 36. Like 35, I was
Mhm.
cool with
Yeah,
35.
I
I
was
was
there
like,
for that.
35 is good. I can do 35. 36, I think my exact words were, oh my God, I'm 36. That means I'm closer to 40, which means I'm going to die.
Mhm, yeah, something along those lines.
Like, I'm almost 40. Like, life ends at 40. I'm going to
Mhm,
die soon. Like, I'm
mhm,
basically an old lady and I need my walker. So,
mhm.
yay
Yeah,
for me.
right.
I'm pretty sure we could go back to our messages and that's like word for word what I said.
Yeah, exactly what you said, pretty much.
So 36 that was a rough one. Oh, I dropped like this. I'm making my tea and I'm trying to like do the whole like you gotta like
Oh, yeah.
and I dropped it in.
I hate
Yep, I
that.
hate that. Oh. So I couldn't decide what kind of tea to make because I'm a coffee person 99% of the time. Um, but the coffee's downstairs. So I was like, I guess I'll just make tea. But I have like what I call my happy tea, which is literally like it's like positive energy tea.
Mhm,
And then I had chai tea. So I was like, I'm gonna go with the chai tea because it's October and
right.
it's
Spooky season.
spooky season out of my witch's brew mug and I'm very happy now. So
Mhm.
that's good. Okay, yes. So Kirsty, I love you. But you're so lucky that you live in another country, so I can't actually slap you. But I'm visualizing slapping and hugging you right now. Okay. Okay, that
Let's
was me
read some
making
other
tea.
comments too. Let's see.
Oh, yay! Good for you. What are you reading right now? I'm married with kids. What am I doing with kids? I was not married with kids when I was 25, though.
I
I
wasn't either.
Yeah, I don't know how old I was when I got married.
Shoot, I just got married this year, so I'm 32. So, but I
Oh
mean,
my
we've
God,
been
I
together.
didn't realize you were like that, like newlywed. Oh,
Yeah,
no wonder you're always so like gushing, like, I love my husband
right.
so
Well,
much.
I mean, we've been together for 10 years, so like it's not really like newlyweds, but this is
Yeah,
my first year that I got married. But
that's
yeah.
awesome, though. Oh, that's
Let's
cute, though.
see.
How old was I? I can't remember how old I was when I got married now. I know it was before I was 30, but well, no, okay, I can think. Okay, I think I had the boys when I was 29. Yes, so I was 27 when I got married,
Mhm.
29 when I had the kids, and now I'm like almost 60. So
No, stop it.
sometimes that's what it feels like. Okay, sometimes that's what it feels like. Okay,
Frost heart.
so when we were first connecting, when me and me and Rachel were first getting on before we went live, I was like trying to fix my hair because it like looks weird, and we found a gray hair. I was like, oh, I'm so old.
I dye mine, like I bleach it right here where I think my gray hair comes. So it's just bleach. That's what I tell myself, and I'm like, it's just bleach and pink, so it's not really gray. I can't.
It's just has a light. It's just it's not really.
Yeah, it's the light. It's where I bleach it.
Cutting my
So
hair. It's just it's yeah.
yeah,
It's just it's not a gray hair. It's fine.
yeah,
It's
it's bleach.
fine. Okay, and there's no wrinkles. Okay. So when I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, that's not a wrinkle. I'm just really tired today.
I'm dehydrated a little.
Oh yes. Oh, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna use that one from now on.
Yeah.
My skin's not changing. I just need to drink more water.
Yep. Right. Okay.
Okay, I know nothing of this book, so
I was gonna say, have you ever read that? I've never
you
read that.
should drop like a description in the comments too, Kirsty. And I'm sorry, I'm so happy that I'm late because you're usually like, "Hi, I'm going to sleep now," or something, but you're still awake because I don't do time zones. I'm going to guess it's almost 8 where you are, Kirsty. I could be
Is
totally
she in the UK? Because that's an 8-hour difference. Yeah, then yeah, it's probably about 8. Let's see.
Sorry. If I don't respond to like a message immediately, I will forget to do it.
I know.
Okay. Oh, your life isn't falling apart, and if it is, you need to message me. Oh, and Kirsty, I forgot to message you the other day. I finally unfriended She Who Won't Be Named, or can't be named.
What? Is there trauma?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Because I don't want to like get on here and like talk shit about something on a live stream. But Kirsty knows what I'm talking about, and you and I can talk later. I actually went through and unfriended, or like unfollowed, I should say, like unfollowed.
It's always a big deal.
It is a big deal, especially when it's like a friend.
Right.
Oh, bury me now. Oh, I love you, Kirsty. I love you so much. But you're turning 25 and I just turned 36 and you're talking about burying you now. When you're 36, I want to just like screenshot or like screen record this and I'm just going to send it to you and say like, look at what a silly little baby you were. I love you so much. But yeah, I think we all get gray hairs. Like I've had gray hairs when I was younger than this. So it's not that I'm getting old. It's just like,
Yeah.
it happens. It's stress.
Yeah.
It's spooky season, so maybe maybe you just watch something really scary and you're like a stress reaction. It
Love
has
it.
nothing to do with the fact that I'm almost 40, so I'm almost dead.
Right. So stop it. Oh god. You crack me up.
I know, I'm so funny.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, oh, we got the description.
I know, right? I was trying to read that too.
Oh, cute.
Interesting. Is it like a Y? It's a middle grade? Okay.
Yeah, that's really cute though. I don't read a lot of middle grade, but like my kids are almost at that age or whatever. What was it, Dino, this morning? We were downstairs and he was getting in trouble for something. I was trying to make his lunch. He was like, I want to read a book. Like, that's great. Go grab a book. No, I want to read an adult book because he always sees my books and stuff. Like, you can't read that. That's an adult book. No, you can't read that because like the vast majority are like romance and thrillers. Not two things I'll let my kids read, but there are some books that I'll like let them like pull off the shelves and like, yeah, you can read that a little bit. But I think because I had Survive the Night downstairs, so he like wanted to read that, but he knows I won't let him read that because it's like a thriller. So he's like, I want to read an adult book.
Yeah.
And his response was, all right, fine, become an adult.
Right, exactly. Then you can read all the books you want.
Yeah, and I got them really mad at me earlier because they have this like weird thing lately where if I leave the house, they have a meltdown. And don't go anywhere, Mom, don't go to the store. I'm like, I'll be right back. So I get a message from my husband that says something like, I'm leaving Wendy's, and he's like, get me chips, and I'm like, I don't think they have chips there. Yeah, apparently that was my son. And I think he was trying to ask for a cookie, but it's auto-corrected to chips. So I was like, yeah, I don't think they have those. Then I find out that was my kid texting. And then I get a message, and I'm assuming this part was from my husband. He goes, did you say you were leaving? I said, yeah. And then I get a message that says, are you on your way home? And I'm like, no, I'm going to Canada. But apparently that was my son I was
No.
texting. So then my son, who already doesn't want me to leave the house, starts freaking out because
Because you thought you were going to Canada?
Canada. And then I get this response back that is like, no. And he starts putting in our address. So he's like, you were going to, and he puts in the beginning part of our address. And he's like, where me and my brother and my dad are, you are not going to Canada.
That's so cute.
I know, like, oh my God. And so I had to come home and explain what sarcasm is because
Yeah. That's always fun to teach your kids. Sarcasm. Yeah.
So maybe I should be a little bit. Also, that's a point. Maybe I should be a little less sarcastic in text messages because apparently you never know who in my house could be reading.
Right.
It's a good thing I didn't drop in any curse words like
Right.
Mom, coming home.
Right. Right.
Canada. No.
Right.
Oops. Yeah, so then I explained it. So I get home and I'm like, I'm in trouble. Because I get home, I
No.
got these two little 7-year-olds staring me down.
That's so
You
funny.
can't go to Canada without us. Oh, there's more. Okay, so here's the rest of the description. That sounds really interesting.
That does sound interesting.
Yes, we will chat because I feel like a lot of people read middle grade, and it's not that I'm like against reading middle grade. It's just not something that I actively read. But really, up until a few years ago, I literally read classics, and like I had two types of books. I had this shit, and then I had like classics. Like that's literally all I read was like bodice rippers and
Right.
classics, and that was my entire reading. And then like Twilight.
Oh,
Like
gosh.
that was it. Like Twilight, one author of historical romance, and then
Yeah.
it's because I was a snob, a book snob, and then I started like reading thrillers and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is everything I like. This
Yeah.
is where my brain. It's dark, and this is what I need. So then I like started reading every thriller I could, and then I read a little fantasy. I don't really gravitate towards fantasy too much. Like depending on the type of fantasy that it is, like I'm not against reading fantasy. It's just like ones that are huge, like the big ass fantasy books that
Right.
are like, I just can't. I can't. It's too much stuff.
Right. I like YA fantasy because those ones are a little bit
Yeah.
easier. Like, you
And
know.
there's just too many different like YA fantasy can mean, or like just fantasy in general can mean like anything. Like I do like paranormal stuff. You know, I like that kind of fantasy. I like stuff about magic systems.
Right.
I like all of that stuff. I like fairies,
Yeah.
vampires. Like I love all of that kind of fantasy. But I also like Addie LaRue is considered fantasy, isn't it? Like it's a fantasy, historical fantasy. I think is what it was.
Is it?
Categorized. Yeah, because I mean it's like time travel.
Yeah.
And like a demon.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's fantasy. I can't say that word. Apothecary. I can't say that word.
Apothecary?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I feel like that's fantasy too.
I haven't read that one.
It's more like magical. No, it's not magical. Like I thought it was magical. No, maybe it's not. I can't remember. No, I think it's like I just read it last month. How am I forgetting what it's freaking about? Or like in August, but oh no, I feel like you think it's gonna be magical, but it's really not. It's really good though. It's a really good book. And there's a lot of murder. Women murdering bad men. I love it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, because it's basically like when a woman is like with like a really bad guy or like something really bad, like the women will go to the secret apothecary. I can't say that word.
Apothecary?
Thank you. I can't say the word. Okay.
Yeah.
and she'll like basically put together this like potion, but it's not like magical. It's just like poisons that like so you can go and poison your husband.
There was actually a lady that did that. Did you know about that?
No.
Yeah, God, when was that? That was it was a couple hundred years ago, I think. But she used to make these potions like just like that for women that had like abusive husbands and stuff like that. And she probably killed like I think they got her like estimated around 500 men or something like that in her city. Yeah, so she would kill all these people for these women that were abused and stuff. So
Damn. Oh,
yeah, so that was a real person.
Based on was it like? Because I wonder if that's how what it was based on then, or
Maybe.
if it was like
Yes.
inspired by.
Kirsty knows what it is. Aqua Tofana.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
And yay, okay. I was so close on the time zone. I'm very excited. See, I'm finally learning, Kirsty. I'm finally learning. We've been friends for over a year, and I'm finally understanding what time it is for you.
Yeah.
Yay for learning.
Right.
So this is I'm gonna have to look into this. This is very interesting to me.
Yeah, it was really interesting. That's like one of the coolest things. She was like one of the most notorious, famous women serial killers or something like that, technically, because she killed so many guys.
I mean,
yeah,
good for her.
Right.
I mean, murder is great, but you
right.
know, like
I mean, like, because back in those days,
it.
Right. Well, back in those days, you couldn't really divorce your husband, and they were allowed to beat you and all that kind of stuff. So women had no rights. So she just was like,
"Here's poison. Here's poison. There you go."
Yeah.
But yeah, like the book is really good, like because you don't even realize like so what you do is you like go in and it's only done by like word of mouth and you have to like hide like your name or like your request basically or like no like a letter explaining why you want who you want to kill and why and then she decides like if she's going to help you or not. And
I got to say that's based
like
on
one of the people that was murdered was like basically like a pedophile and he had been like attacking his like maids and stuff. So it's like, yeah, you deserve to die.
Yeah.
I root for your death. I mean, people have done worse, right? Right. Yeah. So that I put on there. I don't think that should really go on the fantasy shelf though anymore. I think I need to put that somewhere else. But if you like YA fantasy, you should read. Have you read Keeper or Seeker by Kim Chance? Hold on. Stopping the camera so my big butt doesn't go. Oh my god, I can't even get to it because I have like a chair right here. Okay, dropping stuff everywhere. Okay. Where am I? Okay. For some reason, I've been doing live streams for so long, but for some reason tonight, every time I want to turn off my camera, I almost remove myself from the stream. So she used to be an author tuber, but then I realized she took down all of her videos, which is really weird. But she's Kim Chance is awesome. So she's traditionally published, but Keeper is the first book. Where's my camera? So it's like, it's kind of the normal like it's that trope, that like fantasy trope where it's like the chosen one, basically. Where she finds out that like she is the keeper of the grimoire or whatever. And there's this really bad dude that wants it, and if he gets a hold of the grimoire, all kinds of bad crap will happen. So she finds out she's a witch and that she's the keeper of the grimoire, and there's a cute boy, and all the things. And then it ends in a way that I was like, damn, that ended dark.
Yeah.
And so then she wrote Seeker, and Seeker's really good. The Keeper was good, but it was kind of like, it's very YA. I mean, obviously they're both YA, but it had the very traditional or like kind of, like it was just like any other YA fantasy kind of chosen one story. Like it was good. It was kind of cutesy, and but it was still good. I liked it. And then Seeker, though, I was like, damn, this one's dark. I like it.
I like the dark. Yeah.
Because I'm not going to give anything away, but there's something that the main character does at the end of the first one that could actually be considered pretty messed up. And so it's like, well, how does she, like, if she doesn't approach what happened in the right way, it's not going to be a good book. And she did it perfectly.
Yeah,
so
nice.
I really like this too. So if you like
I love morally gray characters. Those are like so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. I love that. And like I love unreliable narrators.
Hmm.
So in August I read Gone Girl. Have you read that one yet? I'll be back again. So I've never read anything by Gillian Flynn before, and I've had this book for a while and I've been wanting to read it. Oh my god, I almost did it again. I almost removed myself from the stream. So I read this one.
Okay.
This is not at all what I thought it was going to be, and I loved every freaking second of this book. I read the entire thing. Well, I also listened to it on audiobook. So I read part of it physically, and then I listened to part of it, and I speed up my audiobooks like really fast. So like 2 times the speed. And
Oh,
so I
really?
got
That's
through
awesome.
it within like I think I read this entire book in like 2 days.
Yeah.
But it was so good because it's like the idea it's like this story where like the woman goes missing and everybody thinks her husband did it. And it's like, did he do it or didn't he do it? And he's a super unreliable narrator. He is a very unreliable narrator.
Hmm.
Sorry, she's unreliable too, because it's like through her journals. So you get like her journals and his side of things, and they're both unreliable. So you're like, well, who the fuck is right, man? And
Right.
then
Like, who
there's
did
a
it? What
twist
happened?
partway through, and I'm like, damn, I did not see that coming. Oh my
Yeah.
god. It was really, really good. And then I watched the movie like the night, like I finished it, and then like that day I was like, I'm watching this movie. And the movie like 2.5 hours later, and Ben Affleck plays the guy. And it was
Mm-hmm.
really good. And it was like, even though I knew, because I just finished the movie or the book, I knew everything that was coming. And it
You're
was
still
so
good.
good. It was so good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have to check that one out.
Kirsty says, oh, you need to read The Dollmaker of, I can't say that word, Kirsty. Ready, she was nothing me. I was gonna say, like, I feel like I knew this. And I'm trying not to let it taint my love for the book. No, let's focus on the book, not who your buddy read it with. I've read Gone Girl. I thought the book was really boring, but the movie was great. Interesting. I thought they were both great. I mean, I really liked it, and then especially when the big plot twist happens, I had no clue that that was coming. Like, there's nothing worse than like when you've seen a movie or somebody spoils something, and so like I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's in the book. If you know what the big twist is, or you've seen the movie, there's literally no point in reading the book because the best part of the book was the twist at the end, and or not at the end. It was like halfway through. It was like the midpoint twist or whatever. And I was just like, oh my god, like that is such a great part. Like that makes the book
Mm-hmm.
so good. I'm interested. We'll have to talk later, Kirsty, so we don't spoil it. I'm interested to see what you think about how it ended, though, because I have thoughts. I know. Oh my, wait. So you didn't even finish the book? So did you DNF the book and then you just watched the movie? That's what it sounds like. But we'll wait for her comment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think we should do you want to do another sprint? I know normally I end at midnight, but I took a nap, so I'm good to go for a little while.
I took a nap today too. It was one of those I like woke up and like forgot where I was and like what day it was. I was like, like
Yeah, she DNF the book.
no.
Okay, so you DNF the book, and then you just watch the movie. I think you should. Oh, well, now I don't know if you should give the book another try because you already know how it ends. Because this is one that like the book and the movie were like it was and I'm pretty sure Gillian Flynn wrote the script, which is why the movie was so good and so freaking long. I always like when the author will write the script. Which did you know that Addie LaRue is getting because you haven't read it yet, but Addie LaRue is getting a movie,
Oh,
and
nice.
they have commissioned V. Schwab to write the script. Which is
Nice.
my
That's like the way to do it.
favorite. Yes, that is my favorite way. Like you can't
Yeah.
because nobody understands your story
Better
the
than
way
you.
you do. And yes,
That's
you can read a book and
mhm.
love it. Like like I'm really pushing my friend Sarah to adapt her Love in Fenton County series into like a script and to try pitching it because I feel like that would be great for her.
Mhm.
Instead of waiting for somebody to read it and want to come to her to do it, like just do it yourself.
Right.
But yeah, nobody understands what can be cut and what can't be cut. And if you leave it to, like, TV producers and directors, they'll cut the stuff that should never be cut out of your story.
Right. Yeah.
So the only thing that I'm worried about, and I know, no, I'm sorry, Kirsty, I think you've read the book, right? I know, Rachel, you still have to read Addie LaRue.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Kirsty, you've said you've read it. But the main, like, there's Luke, who is like, I don't want to give anything away, but he's a very important character in the book. And I say it as Luke. That's how I say it. It's Luc. But it was bought by why am I forgetting his name? This is a problem where I'm like, I'm awake, but like half my brain is dead.
Mm-hmm.
I have to look at the actor's name 1 second. Gerard Butler. There we go. It was bought by his production company.
Okay.
And the problem when really famous actors have their own production companies is they want to star in all their movies.
Mm-hmm.
And if he ends up being cast, I will have a big problem if they cast him as that character. Because he definitely can't be the other main character because he's way too old. And I mean, he could be the other guy because he technically doesn't have an age. So, like, I can't see it.
Right.
Physically, he looks nothing like the character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so I'm apparently literally the only one that's read this right now. So I just think the space between the start of the book and the twist is like 700 pages too long. I don't even think the entire book is 700 pages, Kirsty. Okay, be focused. Okay, that's some sort of reader's. The entire book is, that's the acknowledgement. 415 pages. So you are exaggerating, my love. Okay. What is with these people that have not read Addie LaRue? You need to read this book. You need to read this book. It is my favorite book of all time. Which is not why you need to read it, but you need to read it. It's that good. It is that good. Like, I have had 2 favorite books for basically my whole life. Jane Eyre, which I will buy. I have, how many copies of it? I have 3 copies of Jane Eyre and 1 that got destroyed. So I have 4 copies of Jane Eyre because that's the kind of book that if I'm in a bookstore and I see a copy of Jane Eyre, I will buy it.
Yeah.
I don't need another copy of Jane Eyre. I don't care what the cover looks like. I don't care if it's a copy of Jane Eyre. I don't even care like if I have that exact copy at home. If I am in a bookstore and I see Jane Eyre and I have the funds for it, I'm going to buy a copy. And
Sorry.
so
Jumped up here.
yes, so that's my favorite book. And then Whitney, My Love, has always been my second favorite book. And then I read Addie LaRue, and it was like it surpassed everything else, and it's on like the level of it's like Jane Eyre, and then it's Whitney, My Love, and Addie LaRue.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
It might actually kick Whitney, My Love down a little bit because Whitney, My Love is a good book, but it's also like half of why I love it is nostalgia, and half of why I love it is because it's a good story.
Right.
And Addie LaRue is it's just wonderful.
So good. Yeah. I'll just read it for sure.
It felt like it was 10,000 pages. Like, it did not. It was. I read it in 2 days. You're crazy, Kirsty. You are crazy. Which we know this because you think 25 is old.
Right.
Oh, it's the best. Oh, it's the best. Oh my God.
I actually haven't read Jane Eyre either. You're gonna hate me.
I can't hate anybody for not reading the books I like, but I can judge you. I will never hate you, but I will judge you. The book is 400 pages, but even if it was, I could probably still read like 5,000 pages like very quickly if it's an audiobook because I speed it up so fast. But my theory is that it's because I'm a fast talker and like yeah, like my brain works fast, and so
well they purposely record them slower too, so I speed up mine too.
Yeah, like I go up to like 2 times speed, but even like my husband's talking in the background. He's like, "How do you understand what they're saying?" I'm like, "How do you not understand what they're saying?" Like,
right?
And then it makes no sense to me how you can like normal speed is just like I feel like I'm like.
I do that with like YouTubers too. If I'm watching YouTube, a lot of times I speed them up because I just want them to talk faster. So.
Yeah, you probably never watched one of my videos then, because I already talk really fast. But I've been
No,
doing
you know,
that.
you do. I have watched some of your videos. Yeah, so I don't speed up yours because you already talk fast. But and there's a couple girls on YouTube that I watch that are like book talkers and they talk really fast, so I like them. But like normal ones, when they're just like super calm and mellow, I'm just like, oh my god, shut up, like get faster, like I can't.
You can probably tell, like, if it's a vlog of mine when I'm really tired because I'll like talk like a normal human, and then
Mhm.
when I'm not, I'm like a bird.
Yeah. Stop it! My cat's trying to drink my water. Sorry, he just like
I
popped up
feel
on the
like
screen a
Shayna
second
has
ago.
a book coming on. Oh my god, that would be amazing. I would love to do like some sort of like classics, but here's the thing: I need to start reading more classics because that's what all I used to read, and
Mhm.
then that's literally like all I used to read. And then once I started reading other things, I stopped reading classics. And I feel like that is really dumb. But you know
Mhm.
what would be fun is to do like a TBR where I'll pair like, hold on. I'll be my camera again. Okay. I'm making a mess in the background. Sorry. Okay. Where like I compare things like okay, so Jane Eyre,
Mhm.
right? And then the wife upstairs is basically like I think it's like a retelling, or it's like I don't think it's quite a retelling. I think it's just like this is like inspired by Jane Eyre essentially. So it's kind of like a retelling, but not really.
Oh,
And
that'd be cool.
so like I could do like maybe like even like a book club type thing where like
Mhm.
we pick a classic and then a modern book that are like that would be really fun. But like the
That would
problem
be
with
really fun.
is I don't feel like that's something I would want to do monthly. Like I could even do oh my god, an idea is being formed here. Like a quarterly book club
Mhm.
where we just pick two books and we have 3 months to read them. And so like the first one would be like these two. And
Mhm.
then I also am planning on reading. So I don't know. I'd have to reread these right now. It's been so long since I've read the Odyssey or the Iliad that I can't remember which or if any of these stories are even in here. But like I think that it is. Like I just got the Song of Achilles
I
because
just read
I was
that one.
told I was told
Yeah.
that if I want to cry a lot and I've already read Addie LaRue, I need to get this book.
Okay, so yeah, I was like prepared to be gutted by that book, and I was not. Like, I was like dry eyes. I didn't cry at all. I mean, it was sad. Like at the end, you're like, oh, that kind of sucked, but I did not.
Women on my face. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, I want to cry. I want
I
my heart
mean,
to be broken.
you might cry. I mean, I'm just dead
I
inside, so
cry
it
over
wouldn't.
everything, okay? Like I
Yeah,
cry over everything.
so you probably cry. I'm just dead on the inside, so nothing makes me cry. So
Everything makes me cry. I think that's why I think that's why I want like fiction stuff, like books and movies to make me cry. 'Cause, like I don't want to cry in my real life. Like I don't
Mhm.
want a person to make me cry. Like if you started like calling me names and made me cry, like that's not a good feeling. But like
Right,
a book making me cry is a fantastic feeling.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm a little disappointed, but I can't remember which story this is supposed to be in. But I feel like this is like
That's
the start
Iliad.
of a story or another, not even retelling. It's more of like is it a retelling? It's not really a retelling because it's not like
It's about the
modernization, but it's just like a.
it's the Trojan War and stuff like that. So it's
And I
Achilles.
think the
Yeah,
Trojan War was in the
that's the
Iliad.
Iliad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Mhm.
See, I do remember things. Okay, all
Mhm.
right. So like pairing these two books together.
Yeah.
And then I literally don't remember anything about this. I just got it from Book of the Month, but I remember it was similar and that it has to do with I
Never
feel
heard
like
of
this also has to do with characters that were in Iliad or Odyssey or something like that. I can't
that.
remember because I literally don't remember a single thing about why I wanted to buy this book, but I just know I did, and I got
Right.
that because I also got Song of Achilles. But I think that would be fun. Like that could be a pairing, and then I know that there have been some. One of my other favorite classics is like obviously Emma's been redone a bunch of times. We like hold on.
So I was hopping away.
The Great Gatsby. Here it is. Okay. Like I can't remember what it is, but when I was doing research for when Kirsty and I were doing the historical fictionathon, I know that there was a book that we talked about that we found that was a retelling of The Great Gatsby. which is another one of my favorite classics. So I feel like that would be like such a great. Okay, I'm really behind on the comments. Okay, so I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't do audiobooks. No, there's a lot of people that don't. Not everybody can. I think it just I like that that's an option though, because some people like can't get into like I can't get into an audiobook unless I'm making it sound like I would talk. Other than that, like I can't get into it, you know? Oh. Talking about making something make you cry. My best friend ordered Taco Bell and they canceled it.
No.
I know. It's like midnight. We could do a mini 3-person book club.
I'm down. Yeah.
I know. Okay. I know. Like I was talking about that the other day. Now that we no longer have a co-host or like the other person, not even like a co-host for the historical, it was the three of us created and did the historical fictionathon. So now that there's she who won't be named, can't be named, we can't continue that on anymore. But yes, I feel like a replacement would be a fantastic idea, and I am 1000% on board for that. So we should make this
happen.
For like January, like or like starting it next year, but like maybe announcing it in like January and then like the first, like you have like 3, because again, like I had too much on my plate to commit to a month to like I'm doing now, like a monthly book club or something like that. Like I can't do that.
Right.
But I think quarterly is great, especially if
that's a great idea.
Pair them together. You've got 3 months to read them, and then we chat about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down. That sounds awesome.
I love this plan.
That's all. We should be friends. Add me on Facebook.
I will make sure that you guys know how to find each other.
Okay.
I should be like a good live stream host and put your socials.
Yeah.
You are not bombarding your into our friendship, silly girl. But yes, we will. I'll create a group chat for us later on. You don't get on Instagram very often, do you, Rachel?
I mean, every once in a while, but I mean, I can if I need to.
Oh, wait, you're on Facebook too, Kirsty. What the hell am I thinking? I can create a one for us on.
Right, Facebook. That's what LJ did with us. That's how we became friends.
That's how we're friends. Yeah, we've only been friends since July.
Yeah,
which is so weird.
That's weird. I feel like I've known you forever. That's
like, I know, right? Well, that's what happens when you get drunk on the internet together.
Right. Right.
Like, hey, I have a friend, and I have a friend, and I think you guys would be friends, and we're like, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Of course, instantly.
Right. Yeah. It totally worked.
What cracks me up. So here's how it happened. I started talking to so I've known LJ for like ever, but I went through a very long period of time where we didn't talk. They just like disappeared from the world. And then, moved away, stopped talking to people. And then randomly, I'm like, hi, I exist. Remember me? And so we start chatting and we're writing friends and stuff. And I was like, let's do some writing sprints. And it was on the 4th of July because I knew I was going to be really, really dead at work. So I wouldn't have anything to do. So I was like, I might as well be productive with writing. And so it's like, cool, I'm going to a barbecue, but we can write when I get there, which is such a one writer thing to do. Definitely an LJ thing to do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Me wouldn't be like, I'm going to go to a barbecue and sit in the corner and write, but that's definitely something that our friend would do, and that's
a million times.
And so then he's like, "Is it okay if my friend Rachel does this with us?" I'm like, "Yeah, duh," because they're best friends. And then it was just kind of like one chat together, and we've been friends ever since.
Yeah, and we just like chat like all the time, like every day, pretty much. And, yeah,
pretty much every day,
yeah. So it's funny. Yeah, that's awesome.
I do the same thing too, though. And like, it's, oh my God. Like, okay, so one of my friends, Say and Marie, like, I would watch her YouTube videos. And like, we've been friends since like, she had like almost like, I think she had like 60 followers, right? But I was like, I would watch her videos. And now she's got like 2,000 or whatever. I don't know. She's amazing. She's just like, people were like, oh, she exists in the world. She's amazing. And she's lovely. But I would watch her videos. I was like, I need to be friends with her because we love all the same things. We're both writers. We love every TV show. We listen to the same music. Like we listen. I need to be friends with her. So so I just like slid into her DMs.
Yeah, slid in.
I don't understand. Like like it's just like I know that's like like hey you thing, but it's also like a hey let's be friends thing. So,
right.
And
That's awesome.
we chatted a little bit and a little bit, and then before you know it, she's one of my favorite people. So I was like,
Nice.
yeah.
That's
So the
awesome.
joke is until I stalked her into friendship. Because I
Mhm.
literally would like watch her videos and be like, we need to be friends.
Yeah, it happens. What are you gonna do? Yeah.
I'm the queen of just like internet stalking.
Right? It's okay. We all are, you know.
You know, it may seem creepy until you realize that I'm quite lovely.
Right? Exactly. It's
So
not
you'll be
creepy because
happy
you're
that I
cute.
internet
Yeah.
stalk. I'm not gonna murder you. I'm just gonna like, you know, shower
Right?
you with love and chat and
Right.
I'm not like a single white female internet stalker. I'm just like a talk your ear off stalker.
That's so funny.
I think we did it again where we did not write anything. But again,
Right?
I'm so good. So do you want to do another swim
Oh god.
or do you want to go to bed?
I got a little bit, but I don't know. Like I can do another spread. I just don't know how productive I'll be. I'm glad I did like 700 words though. That was good.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I could never do that in person when Sammy would say, I'm here to Oh my god, I love that so much. And yes, that is definitely something that you would say, Kirsty. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Let's do one more, just so that we can at
Okay.
least say that we did more than one. Because we need to at least top our last
Last
one.
time.
But here's how we have
We'll get
improved.
better each time.
We get better each time. For,
Mhm.
for sober.
Mhm.
This one is able to stay online.
Yeah, all right.
We're having great chats. It's not just
Yeah.
you and I talking to each other. We have Kirsty in,
Mhm.
here. And we did a little bit of writing. But I
Yeah.
definitely am not gonna hit 5,000 words.
All right.
All right,
Maybe
so
tomorrow.
we'll do one more sprint. Do you want to go for 20 minutes or do you want to do less? Or
20 minutes is fine.
20 minutes? Okay, let's do
Mhm.
20 minutes. Where's my. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's all ready to go. Okay.
Awesome.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so that is time. Okay, so I did a little bit better, but I need to finish. I realized like I wrote something and then I kind of went on a tangent, and then I realized that what I wrote would be better than coming kind of after what I went on to. So I copy and pasted. Now I have to get rid of the figure out where the hell the thing that I copy and pasted was, and then I figure out my word count. I was slightly more productive, I think. Uh,
was a little less productive that round.
Were you? I
Yeah,
mean, I stayed at my desk the whole time, so that's
yeah.
like I did get distracted talking to Lindsay and whatnot. But
I did 674 that time.
damn, you're so good. Oh my god, I think I'm still at like 100. Okay, here's where it was. Okay, okay, I can cut this out now. Delete that. Okay, so then this is everything that I wrote then. I wrote a paragraph, so that's something.
Nice.
226 words. Okay, so I mean, that's not too terrible. And I'm finally like getting, I'm finally kind of getting through that rough. Like, I feel like if I can just get through like that initial kind of meeting, like this first page where like, the two characters have to like meet and get through like that meeting, then the rest of the story will come out. So that's not too bad. So for us being live for an hour and 41 minutes, I have wrote. Hold on, I need to calculate. I done some math. 346 words.
Not bad. Not
For
bad.
my day, I wrote 663 of the 5,000 I wanted that day.
I didn't write anything today either, other than just now. So let's see, what did I do today total?
While you're doing that, I have to close my door. My dog walked in the room, so. What the hell is this?
So 1,409 words.
Dang, that's amazing. That's a really good day.
Thanks.
That is a really good day. Okay. Yes, so okay, and thank you, Kirsty, for the win, because I was like, I need help. I need a jerk's name. And she came up with Chad, which is perfect. I think that's a great name. Okay, so where were we? I can never do that. Oh yeah, so we already did that. I'm gonna start a group chat when we get done.
Okay.
It was me needing help.
I'll probably go to bed like right after this though, so I might not be responsive till later. Okay.
Chat is perfect. I get ready for bed. I also realized actually, oh, Jane Eyre, yay! It's the greatest book. It's so good. It's better than nothing. I don't understand are we talking about Chad's better than nothing?
I think that our word counts.
Oh, our word counts are better than nothing. Yes, that makes much more sense. There we go. Yes. Your word count is impressive. That's very good. Oh,
thank you.
I've been ignoring this. Did you come up with the name Chad too?
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god, because we have a chat thing.
Yeah, it won't let me add the chats. It won't let me write onto this one.
I need to figure out how to do that. I think I have to make you like a admin type thing. So the next time we do, because I think we're gonna do if we do it next week, or I know we talked about we'll figure that out. But the next time we do a live stream together, I'll figure out how to give you the ability to comment within StreamYard. Because the other option is you can like have our stream open and like comment that way, but that's annoying. So I'll see how to make it so you can comment within the actual like StreamYard. But I don't know how to do that, so I'll have to figure it out. I still can't figure out how to like fix it so that when I do this, wait, hold on, let me remove that. Okay, I still can't figure out how to make it so that when I do this, I want my picture to pop up. There's got to be a way to do that instead of just this weird thing. And I realize if I'm talking, it
like pulses.
That's interesting. Okay, so I want to figure out how to do that. Let's see. I love you so much, Kirsty.
That's
I love
awesome.
you. I love you. I love you. You are not a crazy stalker. Plus, I'm like the queen of internet stalking people and
Mm,
sliding into their DMs and making them be my friend. So
right.
that is why, yes, I love you always. That's how you make friends. That's why, I can have friends in the UK and Canada
Mhm.
because
Right.
yeah,
Exactly.
just like, hi, be my friend. And then if they
Right.
don't respond, I'm like, delete, delete. Never mind.
Yeah.
Plus,
Like
plus, I
kidding.
love that Instagram has the unsend button. So
Oh yeah.
if they don't see it yet, you can just be like, that never happened.
Right. Like what?
Unsend that message. They need to figure out how to make that happen in text messages, though.
Oh
Like,
my god,
I
I
need
so
to
wish that
get
happened in
on
text
that.
messages. I've sent a text before and then been like, oh my god, send it to the wrong person. So I've like thrown my phone on airplane mode really fast to try and like stop it from sending. So
Does it work though?
it doesn't sometimes like it's worked once before, but that was yeah.
I love unsend. I think that's the anxiety of us, though. Like, I think
Mhm.
that's because we both have anxiety, and so like, I tend to overanalyze every conversation that I have with every person in life.
Mhm.
Like, maybe not like you guys, because I feel like when you're really close friends with people, like you could basically say almost anything and be
Yeah, right. It's
okay.
fine.
Um, but there's still people like people you don't know as well, or when you're first trying to get to know somebody, or
Mhm.
just there's just situations, right? Like I overanalyze every conversation, and then I'm like, okay, well, did I say that the way that I wanted to, or like, oh my god, it's taking them like more than 5 seconds to respond. Like, what does
Mhm.
that mean? Oh my
Right.
god, like that's just my anxiety. And so the
Yeah.
ability to unsend things makes my anxiety so happy because I can
Oh
like
yeah. Oh, it's like, oh
rewind.
my god. Yeah.
Never happened. Text
Yeah.
messages though, you can't unsend a text. That's why I
Right.
don't text people.
Yeah.
Like, why send a text message when you have Instagram? I got a message from you, but now it's gone. Like, yes, it's rude for you to mention. Pretending it never happened. Get off.
Right? Seriously.
No, that's when you feel like, really? Oh, well, I don't remember what it said. Oh well.
Yeah, like, well, I sent you the wrong thing. That's, I meant to send it to somebody else. It was like, I had to unsend it.
Yeah. Then inside they're like, yeah, like your
Uh-huh.
story. Just
Right.
tell me what you were gonna say.
Right.
Anyways, well, thank you so much,
Mhm.
Kirsty, for being here the whole time. I love you for staying, for getting up and hanging out with us today. And Rachel, thank you for joining the stream. Hold on, before we go, I am going to drop. I need to get better about doing this, but edit on here. Okay, I am going to put. What is your Instagram handle? It is Instagram.
Mine?
Yes,
What is, hold on, let me find out. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's like. Oh, I have it.
It's Ray_Ray775.
There it is. Yeah, I was like, I've got it right here. So at Ray. That's really where you. Oh, and you have a TikTok now too.
hmm But I mostly like Instagram is probably the best way to reach me because I time myself on TikTok, so I'm not.
You do
Don't
what
see.
on TikTok?
I have like a timer on TikTok, or else I'll just sit there all day and like play on it. So
Oh, right. But I know you've been posting. I didn't know if you wanted to put your TikTok on here because I know you've been posting videos and stuff.
no, mostly Instagram
Cool.
for writing stuff. Yeah.
So I added your. What? Is that it? Must be scheduled in the future. Oh, whatever. Well, let me do it here. So, haha, here's what I'm going to do. Fine, StreamYard, be a jerk. Okay, what are you doing? Just exit that. Okay. There we go.
Yay.
Yes, and Kirsty has two.
Okay.
I love you too, Kirsty.
You're awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. See, there is a benefit to she who won't be named. I may have been awake all night. And that's me. Okay. So
Cool.
thank you so much for writing with me. I'm very impressed by your word count and your ability to stay focused. At least the second time I stayed at my desk.
Mhm.
And we made it through a live stream with more than one sprint. So next time, I think we should shoot for going through all three because I usually do
Yeah.
3 sprints. We made
Mhm.
it almost there. And
So,
and we'll start
we'll
at
get
10.
better each time. Yeah.
11.
Right.
Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out, and
Yep.
go write some words and read a book, and I will see you guys next week.
All right, bye.